Time for another adventure. It's Shadowrun, but this time it's for the Genesis. I'll just let this song play for a little bit, because it's pretty good.
Good old Genesis twang.
Yeah, Shadowrun for the Genesis is a game I knew existed, but didn't really get into it until I saw Grimmett play it, actually. And even then, it took a while before I really got into it. But this game is much closer to what the tabletop game is. Karma is distributed much different than the SNES game, that's for sure. You actually do take what they call Shadowrun. Essentially, you're taking runs from Mr. Johnson's. There are multiple Mr. Johnson that do that. And yeah, there are actually a few hacks of this. I think there's a ROM hack called Shadowrun 2058 or something like that completely re-overhauls the game. We're not playing this now. We're just playing the vanilla game. So let's actually go ahead and get started. And since we don't have a game, well, let's go ahead and do that. And there are 3 choices of the archetype we can choose for Joshua, which is our main character. We have Street Samurai, we have Decker, and we have Gator Shaman. I put this in a poll at the start of the stream, and people voted for Samurai, so this is what we're gonna do. You see it, under the cover of darkness. Ambushed by unknown forces. Private was recovered and made national news. Michael, your brother, was the last to die. Sending Karma Nuyen to go to Seattle, you vow to avenge your brother's death. Landing at the SeaTac airport, you flag a cab to bring you to Michael's last Sticks transaction, Stoker Coffin Mountain, located in the Redmond Barrens. Which is gonna be where we're gonna be starting. The battered sign reads Stoker Coffin Motel. Motels like these are cheap, each room only large enough to fit a small bed. Dumps like these tend to attract the dregs of humanity. The manager yawns. I won't bore you with the welcome speech. What do you want? I'm here to pick up Michael's stuff. So you're Michael's brother, eh? Your bros kept on paying his bill and holding on his stuff till I get the back rent. Let's make a deal. You pay up the 250 Nuyen he owns, and I'll fork over his stash. Ball change! But yeah, we don't actually have enough money. Hey, if you need Nuyen, head up to the street for the jump house. Gunderson is always looking for runners. You'll find him in a booth towards the back of the bar. So, here we are. As was mentioned, we are a human samurai named Joshua. Posture is mostly important for any Shadowrun companions you have, but if you change this, it does affect your attack and defense. For now, we'll leave this neutral. We have some equipment already. We have an armor vest, which is a low-end armor, but at least it's legal. And a light pistol, which is not good, but it'll do for now. And scatter grenades, which don't use them. They're kind of bad. And a medical kit. You probably know what that does. We also have clips. This is actually really important. We do not have infinite bullets. You will eventually run out if you're not careful. I do believe right now Joshua has 10 clips, so we're just fine. I also need to get used again to the controls on Genesis. Anyways, we do have hand razors as cyberware, starting as a samurai here. If you start as a decker, you have a data jack as cyberware. If you start as a gator shaman, you have no cyberware. And the reason for that is that to use magic, you need essence, and having cyberware removes that. We don't have magic at all, so right now it just shows our physical and magical defense, I guess. Here's our attributes, and you'll notice that Karma is here also. If you're not born with magic, you can never get magic. That's just a rule. But, as I said, we also have the essence stat. It allows fast magical healing. It decreases when cyberware is installed. The end razors cost 0.1 essence. Everyone starts with 6. Otherwise, the other stats will be increasing. The way Karma works in this game, if you want to increase an attribute, you need to have the amount of Karma that the next level of the attribute is gonna be. Like, if I want to increase my body here, I need 5 Karma to be able to do that. And again, in the case of magic, if you don't start with any magic, you can never increase it. As for the other stats down here, they work a bit differently. I think for the single type of firearms here, there's a slight difference in how the Karma system works, but for the other skills, other than sorcery, because again, you need to be born with magic to be able to get that. But for any other skills, you need double the level you want. So for example, if I want to get a level of throwing, I would need 6 Karma. Right,
I am the human samurai. I'm gonna stab you in the penis.
What? Anyways, we have a grand total of 20 Nuyen in our cred stick, so we're doing pretty good. Wink. But if you go in the notebook, you have a bunch of information. Current run is the Shadowrun you're on, which right now we're not on one. Tips and clues will usually give you hints on where to go next. Like, for example, here, we know that the last transaction was at Stoker's Coffin Motel, which we're in front of. And we need to get that amount of money for it.
Also, I gotta say that 20 Nuyens can get you lots of peanuts.
Too bad we don't need peanuts right now. Anyways, we've been given the information of Mr. Gunderson, who is a small-time Johnson, works out of the Jump House in the Redmond Barrens, which is the location we're at in Seattle right now. Okay, right, we gotta press start. It's kind of hard to navigate this menu, I'm not gonna lie.
I like that your Shadowrunner's profile picture he just looks very disturbed, like someone farted in his general direction.
Anyways, let's save the game. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over here. This is a Harry's shop. Harry's is one of the big corporations. A large man with the Harry's logo on his huge coverall grins at you over the counter. You'll love this place, sir. None of that wimpy stuff here. No way. Just point at what you want. What I do want to do is sell this thing. I don't need scatter grenades. They're not good.
Why are you selling me the poopy grenade? We don't want that shit here.
We don't have much for this. Eventually, what we'll probably want to get...
I see one of the guns is the RoboCop gun.
Probably either the Predator or the Warhawk. These are legal pistols.
Now the question, can you use them to pistol whip someone to death?
No. But if you have no weapon equipped, you can punch them.
Aw. I don't get to pistol whip somebody and they go, pistol whip.
The armor jacket here, if I remember right, is surprisingly like the third best armor in the game. But we don't have the money for it. Let's just leave. Anyways, then we're talking about the jump house, so... Oh, well, there's our first encounter. This is an Halloweener. They have only melee attacks, and they're actually kind of faster than us, because unfortunately the samurai's quickness stat is garbage.
Come here, I'm gonna punch you in the penis.
And unfortunately you cannot enter a building while you're in an encounter, so it would be nice if I could shake this guy, but I probably can't.
I'm gonna follow you all day.
Thankfully, we have decent skills in firearm with our samurai here. However, we did take a bit of, if you notice down there, we took a bit of mental damage. This can be replenished by sleeping at an inn, though.
Mental damage.
But yeah, let's go over here. This should be the jump house. The jump house is a typical small bar inside the Barrens. The standard slime frequent it, and an occasional Shadowrunner sometimes slip in his entrance. You see a fat man licking his fingers in a far-cornered booth.
Shut him loud.
Oi, friend, don't be so obvious. Old Stoker like to stalk my name around, but if you want to stay healthy in the shadows, you do well to just refer to me as Mr. Johnson. Let's look for some information. Info, old chummer, I might be able to help you here. Since you're pretty green, I'll offer some free advice. Old Johnson don't mind letting you basic information, so they ain't a charge for that. But if you want some special contact, the type who can help you out, well, that costs. Usually somewhere up in the thousands of Nuyen. And we need some questions. What exactly is a Mr. Johnson? Jeez, you are green! And Johnson is your meal ticket if you're gonna be a Shadowrunner. Let's take me, for example. My name is Gunderson, but you should refer to me as Mr. Johnson, out of respect for my anonymity. I receive job for those who don't want to dirty their own hands. I contract the same job to runners like yourself. It's a food chain, and you're the little fish. For now, there's nothing much else in terms of information that we need from him, so I'm looking for
to
work.
the pool.
Wanna go to a Shadowrun, eh? Oh, Gunderson loves a beauty for you. And this is not a mission I want to do. Thankfully, in this game, compared to the tabletop game, there is no penalty for refusing a Shadowrun. So if you find a shitty one, don't take it and you have no penalty. Go to the Halloweener. A contact there will give you a package. Take it to Hollywood Correctional Facilities.
What a bunch of wieners.
Let's do this, sure. Thankfully, I am somewhat aware of where everything is. The Halloweeners, if I remember right, is one of those building over here. I think it's here, actually.
That's a lot of toxic
Halloweeners
waste.
drops up. So you're the mule they sent for us. Here's the stuff. Now get, mule.
Now get out of here, mule. I need to drink more phase on.
He's got a
Face
space,
up.
alright?
Well, he's gonna drink some
But
sort of
yeah.
radiation.
Well,
Here's
you gotta
Halloween,
hit everyone in the dick. Is there something you need to tell us?
Here's Halloween Hollywood Correctional Facility, which, it's a prison. This is the entrance to the Hollywood Correctional Facility, home to a large number of criminals and scum of the city. A guard approaches you and takes a package. He checks it out and gives you the Nuyen when satisfied. We don't have anything else to say.
He's just a guard. He just doesn't fucking care. He just says, package.
But yeah, completing this quick and easy Shadowrun gave us 2 points of karma? I thought there was only 1. I'm confused. Because I know that you can get karma from kills, but it's like, usually it's like, you need to kill 20 enemies for a karma point. And yeah, that's not the case yet. Anyways, we need some more work. I don't want to face ghouls. I don't have the strength for that yet.
I want you to kill all the ghouls.
No ghouls.
Yes, ghouls.
No ghouls! What the fuck, Gunderson?
I'm gonna make you do ghoul fighting.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna keep on telling you what ghouls until you go and die.
There we go. Go to the Rat's Nest and the Redmond Baron. There you'll meet my client, Jizzy Wheeze. Escort them to the... Okay, that's a really easy one, actually. Because the place where they are is right next door. And... yeah. Or at least I thought it was. Wait. Was it the Rat's Nest? Let me check real quick. Okay, the Rat's Nest. Okay, it's not what I thought it was. There is no Mr. Johnson in this bar, by the way. By the way, don't shoot innocent people. You can get a criminal record on you. You don't want Lone Star against you. Hey, am I glad to see you?
Last words. Great. Now I just picture the Lone Star shows up, and then your last words will just be just doing the Dark Hellenwood going, Lone Star!
Rick.
Got a lot of angry guys at ya.
Unfortunately, my quickness stats is garbage, so I have to hope for bad pathfinding. There we go. There we go. Job complete.
Now I'm gonna go down, drink water or something.
Rat's Nest and Little Chiba. We've seen the Rat Nest already. Little Chiba is to complete right. Thankfully, this should have despawned the Halloweeners that were following us.
Halloween. They just left. They just want to drink more radiation. They think they'll make them strunk.
They're just lost Halloween Town residents. That's why they're called Halloweeners.
Domo, chum! Okay, how much Nuyen do I have? I actually have enough.
They're telling me that their leader is the skeleton taxi driver.
Alright, let's go get this info. Here to pick up Michael's stuff. Slot this credit and I'm gone. Bread rolls off your stick, and in return you are handed a crumpled plastic box. Opening it, you find a scented letter, a cyber deck, a wristband, and 2 holopics. The letter addressed to Michael reads as follows: M. I don't trust our Johnson, and neither should you. His story just doesn't wash, and you know it. I'm out on this one, and I hope you are too. I'll wait for you at the Terrislar City Inn in Tuyala Barrens. Or Wargarble Barrens, depending on how you feel. The cyber deck is a small Allegiance Alpha that hasn't seen much use. These decks are fine to dabble in cyberspace, but lack real power. The wristband is a Duckwagon homing beacon. When its wearer's condition become critical, a Duckwagon trauma team is dispatched to retrieve him. The wearer is then resuscitated and dropped off at Seattle General Hospital.
I don't like how this man is winking at me.
The fee is around 10% of the wearer's cred stick balance, guaranteed not to exceed 5,000 Nuyen. You slip it on your wrist and log the clasp. Here's an holopix for the doctor from Seattle General Hospital. Mr. Caleb Brightmore, Esquire. Problem solved, worries eliminated. Finally, you uncover a cred stick hidden under the holopix. It has a balance of 500 Nuyen. The irony of this discovery wears off at a moment. So, yeah, we actually made a profit of 250 Nuyen from that. And now we have a cyber deck.
Just likes winking.
250 money bucks.
But it's honestly a good idea to stay in the Renman Baron just for a bit. If you need to rest, it's 20 Nuyen. It's honestly not that bad. And this is also where you can use your karma, and I'm gonna immediately use it to increase my quickness. Ideally, I want my quickness to be maxed out before I leave the Redmond Barrens. I could also work on the other stats. It's not as important right now. But, yeah. Anyways. Let's go back then and see Gunderson.
I'm Gunderson. I'm gonna drink potato water.
Coffin model. Do Boris's greenhouse. Alright. Actually, since we have completed a major event, let's go ahead and save the game. Boris's greenhouse is to the north. It's to the east of the two bars, also Hyposteel. And we're being followed. And there we go, no big deal. I'll probably hang around the Redmond Barrens for a bit. But no ghouls. Nope. Okay, Weapon Emporium to the nuke plant, which I believe is in the middle to the at the bottom middle to the right of the rat's nest. So yeah.
Here's what you do, Bastille. You crack jokes confusing the two versions.
And now we go to drink radiation ourselves.
Why you gotta drink radiation?
Well,
anyways, here's the
they do in
plant.
Nuketown here.
This isn't Megaton. We're not in Fallout 3.
It's just post-apocalyptic Seattle. I don't see the problem. And you plant Halloweeners. Oh, both are right next door to each other. I mean, it kind of is. Especially when you consider, corporations being a nation and everything. Because, yeah, that's a thing. Because the weird part about this game, actually, is that if you wanted to play this game completely Iron Man, you actually can. There is no full game over condition. If you die, you're just returned to, if you're in the prologue there, before we got the Dockwagon ban, you're brought to Little Chiba. Otherwise, you're brought to Seattle General Hospital. And yeah, you do lose money, but... I do mean that you can still play Iron Man, and
it's not really an Iron Man without a lose condition. Actually, what happens if you get 0 essence? Don't you die forever?
You can't. The minimum you can have is 0.1.
Aww.
If you're super stupidly cyber, and it's doable, by the way, it might actually happen later on.
But in the tabletop game, if you got 0 essence, you died.
Well, again, yes, this is closer to the tabletop, but this is not the tabletop.
0 out of 10, not faithful enough.
Well, it depends, because sometimes if the GM wanted to, you could probably become a cyber zombie.
Your character becomes unplayable. You have no control anymore.
You just make you a cyber zombie and you just be an NPC running around punching people. Funny enough, in one of the Shadowrun Return games, you could actually have a cyber zombie in your party.
Huh.
Temporarily, but still.
Rat's nest.
The
Berries.
zombies.
How much karma
Zombies
do I
with
have?
guns.
I could technically increase my quickness. My current run. Rat's Nest to Ares. Alright. Max quickness stats is 6, and I definitely want it. At least for a human. The maximum stats depend on what race of the character is. Later on, we'll have like probably a troll. Might have an elf. Actually, we'll probably have an elf because I want a decker eventually, and 2 of the 3 recruitable deckers are elves. And it's not a good idea to try increasing your computer stats if you start with nothing. It's just a waste of karma. You brought your own towels. God damn it. Yeah, this interface can be a little bit getting used to. That's for sure.
Oh, hi, gentlemen.
Hello, Pie.
Hello, Pie.
Oi, friend!
Somehow, I can totally picture in the Shadowrun universe, Opie will be the Mr. Johnson.
Why is every character winking at us?
What is this?
This
The
is
Genesis version of
Shadowrun
Shadowrun.
Genesis.
Oh, so much different.
And they're all
Very.
winking at us
It is
because...
not at all the same game as the SNES one.
So I just pictured that your Shadowrunners just go, Can I just do a job without getting hit on every 5 seconds?
No. Also, the other thing with this game is that if you know what you're doing, you can sort of speedrun it, but you're gonna need money at some point no matter what. Oh boy. A haggard man collapses at your feet, his skin is pale and cold to the touch. A well-dressed man runs up, followed by two ordinary thugs. I'm a doctor and this patient has escaped. Help us capture him and I'll pay you. The well-dressed man has a malignant air about him. The ragged victim seems terrified. Sure, we'll help them. I think they would be the first opponents with guns, so... They work for an insane asylum, and this is one of their patients. After showing the proper credential, they give you 50 Nuyen for your help. Take their patient and leave.
Now, come on, little... Well, come on, little patient. We're going to take you back, and we're totally not going to replace your brain with Legos.
God, I didn't even read what run I just took. I hope it wasn't ghouls. Halloweeners to Little Sheba. Alright, no big deal.
And before you picked ghouls and you went...
To be fair, if you take a run and you find out that you really don't want to do it, you can just go back to the same Mr. Johnson and cancel it. Again, in the tabletop, this would be a huge penalty. This is not the case here.
Yeah, in the tabletop you'll be like, oh, you're not doing your job. Alright, I'm gonna do negative things on you.
No, you...
Because in the case of this game, all Mr. Johnson would say is, that's not good, but direct happens, I guess.
Prepare your angry opie noises. He seems salty.
Me? No.
Damn it, Halloweener.
No, I'm alright. Not angry.
Then what was the outburst about?
Just fucking up a bit. I'm not angry.
Ah, cool. One of them actually dropped us a med kit. I'll be useful.
Drop a med kit for you.
Also, weirdly enough, no matter the number of views remaining, the items always sell at the same price. So you can't just use a medkit until there's one use left and then sell it. It's a bit silly, and I don't think that's how it works in the tabletop game. Unity of Ghoul, don't care. Raise to nuke.
We're the Halloweeners! You didn't watch Halloween Town, so we have to kill you!
Where's Jack Skellington?
Thank you.
Well,
Is this on the...
he's gonna see Jack Skellington in hell.
Draw the fake name and move on. Thankfully, the only enemies that spawn over here are, unless you attack random encounters, are usually just Halloweeners. Speaking of Halloweeners...
Oh, the wiener!
Thank you for the medkit. I will put
What
it
a
to good
wiener.
use.
Winnie, a general? Oh, fuck.
Nothing loud. Rat's Nest to Hollywood. Alright. Honestly, I'm mostly doing this for karma, because this is not a good way to make money. But it is a super good way to make early karma.
Oh,
Yeah, sure, we'll help you. Another insane asylum. Question your identity, then hands over a package. Speaking of, that was Lone Star over there. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Oh wait, it's not that Lone Star. Nothing now. Ghouls, no.
Hey, Scotty. Fuck you, man.
Ah, cool, that's an easy one. Jackal's lantern is right next door, and Boris's warehouse is right next door to that one. This is why this is good, because all these runs are easy, and they're all in the this area of the Redmond Barrens, essentially. I can't say the same for the ghouls. The ghouls are kind of rough. Especially if you don't have a good weapon, which right now we don't. Nuke to Boris Greenhouse. That's not close, but it's good enough. And also eventually we'll want a decent chunk of change. I think like 2,500 Nuyen. To get something that will let us get around Seattle much easier. Right, and Boris's greenhouse. Let's go. Thankfully, I don't need the client to be right behind me for this to work. Somehow they teleport inside, it's like Fallout.
That's the game got in before.
We are glad that Bethesda has nothing to do with this game.
Jump house to Rat's Nest. The jump house again is right here. We have to leave and re-enter.
If it was, the cartridge would probably catch on fire the instant it left the box.
Oh, so that's what happened to my Where's Waldo cartridge. I don't actually have a Where's Waldo cartridge.
Of course not, it caught on fire.
Or Wade Gretzky's hockey.
Exactly, that's why you don't have those games anymore.
Aries to the jump house.
Something wrong.
Shut and loud.
I don't even know what the audio is saying. It's like nothing wrong or something.
No, I think it's like Shadowrun, but in another language. I don't remember if it's German, Dutch, or whichever.
It could just be Genesis Audio being Genesis Audio.
No, it's an actual word.
Fuck.
Maximum crunch.
The crunch attack we kept.
No, it's
Shut and loud.
freaking Captain Crunch.
And you
There's
to
something
Jekyll's
wrong,
Lantern.
Mr. Opie.
Many things, but go on.
What exactly are you trying to do?
Oh, hey. It's some asshole.
I'm just casually playing Lost Levels. Don't bother me.
There's no casual playing of Lost Levels.
Yeah, there is.
No.
Oh, no, right now.
Oh, shit. I was out of bullet. Sometimes they do drop Nuyen, so... This would actually have been a much more rough start if I was a Decker or a Shaman. Because
It's
unfortunately,
like a
the
casual
game
round
does
of
not start
Battletoads.
you
It's
with
not
a good
possible.
spell.
Damn it, you made me lose because
I think it said towards the Jackal's Lantern, so let's go.
the jackal.
Jackal! Jackal! It's a jackal! 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 It's a jackal!
What the frag took you so
No!
It wasn't right the first time you said it. Why the hell would it be right the next 10 times? God!
Yeah, Boris's greenhouse, Jackal's Lantern, yeah, that's both are next door. I should probably have enough karma to get that upgrade. I'm gonna do this Shadowrun and we'll go the fuck to sleep. Unfortunately, this asshole decided to say hello.
Oh,
Apparently, I can't
God.
hit the fucker.
There we go. Alright.
God.
Hello!
Rock and roll, chummers.
Shadowrun with a special appearance by Jeff Stewart.
By Space Pirates.
Jeff
They
Jordan
come to
What the
Just
try to
frag
get
took
people
you so
addicted
long?
to Phazon.
No, it's a Space Pirate because they heard radiation and immediately thought it was Phazon.
That is
Wait,
true.
this is a crazy.
Did you see Phazon?
Radiated space. George.
Hey, yeah, that's an armor vest. Get the armor jacket. And let's go ahead and equip it.
Anyone monumentally ridiculous enough gets that voice. The Space Pirates most definitely qualify.
Wait. That did not stay equipped. Why? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so, much better defense. I don't have the money for it at the moment. Again, we get very little money from this. Oh, cool. I can not only upgrade my quickness to maximum level, but, can also potentially increase, let's increase intelligence and charisma. There we go. I still kind of want to do more, though. Just for more karma. And ideally, maybe try to get the other weapon. Rat's Nest, Jump House, alright. What I should have done, though, is potentially buy clips, but you know. Store Grunt. There's a sudden disturbance up ahead. Blame someone taking your picture with a holocam.
Holocam, you said.
I didn't do anything wrong yet.
Yet.
Keyword, yet.
Mm-hmm.
As,
Yes, with a smug face on.
Because eventually we'll have to infiltrate some places.
Yet, but with a troll face.
Smug face from Isomnium.
Rat's Nest, Hollywood.
There are huge breasts behind the desk.
You'll get back to that game someday.
I deserve that for saying that. God damn it.
Quickness. That really helps. Again, this was for Hollywood.
It is casual play, I swear. Ugh, I don't suck this badly.
You're playing Lost Level.
No, Jeff George, bringing a dishwasher onto the field is not a valid play.
Stoker's Coffin. Both are next door to each other, so that's easy.
He puts a dishwasher ahead of him. It's like a quarterback sneak.
No, he pushes the dishwasher and hides behind it, just assuming they'll never see him.
Quarterback sneak.
There's your QB sneak.
I don't know why this guy needed an escort. Could have just sneaked around the corner, and there you go, you're there. But hey, I'll take the 60 Nuyen. Ghouls, no. And Nuke to Rat's Nest. Both are next door to each other, though there's the barrier between, but... fair enough. Beep. Beep. By the way, the other parts of the game do have different music, but while we're in the Redmond Barrens, we're gonna be stuck with this. No, that's a bad track, but we're gonna hear it a lot, is what I'm saying.
I've heard worse from the system. Remember Doom 32X?
I remember too well.
Mm-hmm.
Farts.
Oh my
You should do a
goodness!
run
Thank
of
you,
that.
Ice Twister, for the resub. Thank you so
for
much.
staying in the
Do a what?
stable.
You should do a run of that.
Reese to Hollywood.
Yes.
The year is 2058. The Houston Texans are
No,
nothing
if
but
I'll play
cyber
Doom, I'll play a good
dishwashers.
version.
Their record is 8-9. They beat the Packers.
What happened?
The year is 2058. The Houston Texans are nothing but cyber dishwasher. The record is 8-9. They beat the Packers.
Oh my god. Fuck,
Wait, does that mean Jeff George owns the Houston Texans?
Oh no.
Oh no.
It'd be a little weird to have Jeff George own a football team at age 80.
No, he'll just put enough cyberware in him that he'll be more dishwasher than man.
No, Jeff George will just be a brain in a jar.
Okay. We already have the maximum
Right?
amount of
Just like in
credits.
or he'd be like in one of those inside those heads or like in
Or he'll be a
Futurama.
head in a jar. Yeah.
In Futurama, right?
How pricey is that weapon? F5 on... Actually,
Yes, he will experience the technology to keep heads alive in glass jars.
I'm unwinding that.
And the body underneath will be a dishwasher. He'll become one with his wife.
Maytag.
I'll probably go with the max power heavy pistol. I need about
Max
600.
Power is a man whose name you'd love to touch.
Also, it's something you do in front of the goal line. Maximum.
Oh, the fuck you punt.
Yeah. Such a great moment.
Not only do I punt, but I punt instead of a field goal. Fuck you!
Because I was winning like 21-7.
I gotta rewatch that clip now.
Little Chiba to the jumpers.
I think it was 49ers v. Browns.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm ridiculously familiar with the layout of the Redmond Barrens. Not as much with the other areas, though.
Is it the only part of the game you've played?
No, it isn't. And to be fair, I've seen a bunch of Run from Grimmett, too, so...
Oh, yeah.
Nuke to Hollywood. I don't know what that guy was doing at the nuclear plant and why he needs to go to Hollywood. Only to
He's the
visit an
Doom guy, and
inmate.
he's on his way to the toxin refinery.
nuke. Where are you, BFG?
It's Sir not appearing in episode 1.
Sir not appearing in this game. I have completed Doom 2. I think I just haven't uploaded them to YouTube yet.
What you haven't played are Final Doom and Doom 64.
Jekyll's Lantern to Nuke.
Oh!
Yeah, that was back when I still had a girlfriend.
Now you're a free agent.
Oh, damn.
That was almost 6 months ago now. I don't even know why I referenced that, by the way, but
Sorry,
anyways.
I'm currently using the tissue box stuff, man.
What? I don't want your stupid grenades. Fuck off.
All this text and there's multiple choices here. It feels like I'm that Second Life game.
Jekyll's Lantern to Halloweeners.
I'm gonna guess it happened when I vanished for like a month. But I digress. I won't push the issue.
Oh, that was like I think it was like 2 years ago. I was playing that.
No, throwable weapons aren't good, Tango String, and you should know that. I've seen you hang around in Grimmett's stream, so you should definitely know that.
No, you should try it out. It'll be fine.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Stoker Halloweeners. Of course
What a
not.
Halloweeny.
Woo!
Oh, God damn it.
Weenie Hut Juniors. Super Weenie Hut Juniors.
Oh, good. There's one with a gun.
Unless you're chopping up with to fight me.
Weenie Hut General.
Fucking weenie.
The power of speed. Good thing I bought clips, though. I don't think I'd be able to do much with end razors. Yeah, right, I was supposed to go to Stoker's Coffin Motel. Which is not here. Wait, actually, do I have enough money for the pistol? Ah, come on! Fuck it, I'll wait. I should have enough money after this. I will need a little bit more money because to move around at the moment will take more money. Go. God damn it. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna outrun you now. Bye. Weakness 6!
So long, everybody. You're nice people, but I'm nuking this place from orbit.
Bye-bye. Lantern to Rat's Nest. I still remember when Grimmett actually did try to do a throwing weapons only run of this game. It did not go past the Redmond Barrens.
Which is clearly
Throwing weapons are bad. They're terrible.
It's clearly why you should prove it possible.
No.
Yes. Let's make that an incentive right now.
No.
Make it a sub-incentive.
I'll make it $1 million incentive.
Yes.
But isn't that the Final Fantasy X-2 100% incentive?
No, the 10-2 incentive is 5,000. The 1 million is actually the trilogy of you know what. 100%.
Trilogy of Error?
Well, it is an error that the game exists, yes, but you know.
Home and a Wappa?
What?
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy 100%?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be suffering the whole time, unlike that game.
I mean, you're not going for platinum relics. Because getting the plats is diffy.
What the fuck was that?
Are you okay? Do we need to call a hospital?
No, I'm fine.
Again, when we said a casual run of that game is not a thing, we meant it, god damn it. God damn it, weenies, leave me the fuck alone.
I appreciate that you're calling them weenies now.
I mean, that's kind of thing. That's kind of a thing.
What, you calling me a weenie?
No ghouls. Special nut for only 10 Nuyen a pop. Old Chiba to Jackal's Lantern. Hello, my name is Opie-Man. I decided I would play just for fun. Last level, I thought this was a good idea.
Psych is good enough at the game and he can do a casual run of it.
You know, I would like to say.
Still, nobody should be trying to do a casual run of that.
I mean, I can do casual runs of Doom 2 and Ultra Violence.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it.
You also played it how many times?
Exactly. I don't. What I'm saying is, Opie has not played Lost Levels that much. I don't think.
No, I play a lot.
Lost Levels was not your babysitter for 20 years.
Lost Levels.
Did you suck Lost Levels nipples or something?
I'm sorry. What?
I missed that.
Good.
Lost
I'm
Levels
not repeating it. I am not repeating that. Not happening.
What?
Let me clip it.
Why does the Lost Levels have nipples now?
Ask Opie. Apparently that's how it works.
Wait,
What? What? He said no such thing.
that's not. That's what?
It is not Opie's first time playing Lost Level, and I can prove it because I've played with him on stream.
Right.
And he's much better on the game than me because I hate that game. I hate that game and I refuse to play it unless I really need to.
What qualifies as need to?
I know, right?
Exactly.
You know, this has got to release some stress or something.
There are much better ways to relieve stress than that game.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh shit.
If anything, that game would cause stress.
As proven by Opie's reactions right at the moment.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't want your stupid grenades.
Would you like some grenades? They're made of Phison.
Not only that, but they're frag grenades, which are illegal, and sometimes it's actually an undercover Lone Star agent.
Oh god, no.
So yeah.
Sounds trustworthy to me.
Hello, I am Opa. I play Lost Level to relieve stress. Oh no, it's stressing me out some more.
Be stressed?
Oh boy, there are many one-handed methods you could use to relieve stress.
Right. There are many one-handed games out there.
Go play Shiny Days or something.
Go play Honey Pop.
You made me fall.
Good. Stop
Good, at least you'll get
playing.
game over and give up, and then
No, wait a minute.
game to relieve
I've
yourself.
never played Honey Pop. I've only watched people.
It's a simple puzzle game. It's like Candy
I'm not
Crush.
good at puzzle games.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure you would
it
get
has
good
incentive
at
to
it
learn.
because, you know, there you go.
What happened?
It has an incentive for you to learn. Boobs.
Right.
Shut it out. Rat's Nest to tackle. Do. Tackle Boris. Yes, you can absolutely get banned for streaming that game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't stream that game.
Do not try to stream Honey Pop. You will get banned.
No, if you really
God.
need to stream that game, stream it on Pornhub or something.
Yep.
Like I will next week. No.
First of all, you need the game, and second of all, you know. That goes Lantern to Ares.
I
mean-
thought is recommended.
I have been gifted both games.
Oh.
I was gifted too.
There
But
you
I
go. Go install it. It's less than a gigabyte.
How much karma do I have? 19. I think I can increase a few things. You brought your own towels. Yeah, there is no way to re-increase essence as soon as you have cyberware installed. It can only go down.
Down.
We'll want to increase that at some point. Might actually increase these two skills here, reputation and negotiation. Eventually, we'll need a reputation score of, I think, 6 to proceed with the story at some point. But I don't need to have it that high yet. Let's increase intelligence, body, and that's really all I can afford. I don't know, cause right now I'm grinding karma, so not like there's anything else to talk about. Right. Yeah, that is the first weapon in the game. Let's get this. Oh yeah, here's the hand razors, by the way. Anyways. Time to sell the old crappy pistol.
It's so crap. Burger. Damn.
Yeah, actually...
Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead and use this terminal here. We'll call a taxi
I know.
to the Penumbra district. Need the right chum. It'll cost you about 20 unions.
Awesome. Yeah,
Sure thing. I'm for you, song.
Yeah, we're running in the 90s now.
Oh, shit. Vampire!
Oh no!
Vampire? You didn't bring in your vampire killer, did you?
Shit. That's Club Penumbra. I don't need to go there yet. How much? 645. I'm gonna see if I can recruit one of the decking Shadowrunners. I don't think I have enough money for that yet, but we'll see. Welcome to Renraku Archaeology, by the way. Renraku is also the main corporation of the game. I think this is the place. The frag grenades is Renkaku's attempt as counterculture. This is the place Renkaku employees go to blow off steam. As a result, things can get rough in here. 45 unions to get in. Sure. Oh yeah, this song.
There we go.
A word elf gives you the once over. Want something? I'm well connected and so are my friend. What's your story? I've been shooting the Matrix for a bit. My handle is Phantom. Heard of me? I've been making a name for myself in the Matrix. I worked for a company who trained me in cyberspace. Then, one of the anti-meta-human groups showed up, screaming about purity and then losing job and garbage like that. Before I knew it, I was out. No pension, no severance, just a pink slip. But I showed them. I just took my share from their system accounts. But I'm ready to do some serious damage to those high-minded breeders. No offense, of course. I need some questions answered. What do you want? Tell me about Matrix. Most people go after the data store because that's where the quick Nuyen is. But the systems are much more than data store dumps. The systems have vast connections, great influence. Security cameras, alerts, and elevators can be controlled inside the system. If you want to go somewhere restricted, go into the Matrix, back into their system, and fight the slave nodes. Or better yet, crash the system CPU. Where can I get some equipment? There are a few cyber deck stores around. There's one called Microtronics here in the archaeology, decent deck. The others in the Puyallup Barrens inside the crime mall. But the stuff they sell is mostly hot and cost a bundle. And he's not wrong. How is it that you're an elf? They call it the goblinization. It happened about 30 years ago when 1 in 10 humans suddenly metamorphosed into 2 of the meta-human race, orcs and trolls. Elves and dwarves were born of human parents about 40 years ago when the magic itself first returned. The elves were one of their races that created their own nation and grouped into tribes. They created a tight-knit family, one that excluded many outsiders, but most of that you can find in the history book. I'm looking for a good runner. I hope it's a Matrix run we're discussing. 540 million for a single run, but if we want to have him as a long-time partner, we can fork out 5,400. Well, let's just go short term.
Yes.
You got me, pal. No regrets. No regrets. Oh, we've got a new party member.
Oh, you fuck.
Right, you need to use the C button to check them out. You have a light pistol with, I think there's actually some increased equipment on it. You also have a line duster. Line dusters are good to hide illegal equipment. I don't think this is illegal. Actually, it might be. I don't remember if this is a submachine gun or not. Alright. Because, yeah, with the C button, you can also choose who's in front. Oh, we'll go like this for now. I want to go back, right now we're in the downtown Seattle. The Penumbra District, downtown Seattle, and the Renraku Archaeology are all linked together, so you can actually move all between them. And there's a few corporations that also houses themselves in here, so...
So this is what Seattle looks like.
But yeah, I think this is the place I want to go to. This restaurant is called the Big Rhino. It specializes in gourmet dishes and is actually quite popular with those who can stomach dishes like live worms and sprouts. There's actually another Shadowrunner here. We won't be recruiting him yet, but an armed troll studies you with his largest pupil. You want something? Looking for some information. I guess I might be able to help. The name's Mars. Did you know he was the god of war? I see things different than most. The fastest way to solve a problem is to shove a gun in it and shoot. Problem is, I can't do this all the time. I run out of bullets too fast. So I started to think, how can I get paid to shoot at people? Then it hit me. Join Lone Star! They can shoot at anyone they like and get free reloads. So I studied Redoubt, but you know what? I was thrown out, so now I'm here, we're looking for work. Help me out, the Halloweeners. The Halloweeners own Remnant. They're the sort of low-end trash I used to hang with before I got more educated. They beat on unsuspecting targets, but flee when things get too hairy. Still, they're a lot tougher than the I-5ers. The I-5ers are another group which we haven't seen yet. What do you know about Lone Star? Lone Stars! I hate them! They think they're so whiz, walking the streets in their regulation body armor and shooting at anyone they want. I hate them! Don't bring up that subject again. Oh, is it that you're a troll? It looks like he's going to lose his temper, but stays calm. I didn't ask to be like this, you know. I was normal like you when I was younger. But now I'm 7 feet 4 inches of troll. And you know how it is to buy clothes that fit? It's not enough to make me want to shoot someone. He just grips Titan on his pistol. I'll talk to you later. Good luck at this struggle. But yeah, more importantly, we're here to see this guy. You move into the booth. Bodyguards search for hidden weapons on your body. When they're satisfied, a voice speaks from the shadows. Well, what have we here? A Shadowrunner looking for work? I'm Mortimer Reed, and if you serve me well, we both can make a lot of Nuyen. Let's ask for some information. I hate to give anything away, so I'm loath to discuss any information with you for free. But, as it is the custom to do so, I will part with it begrudgingly. However, I do know a valuable contact which, I believe you could benefit from. I could impart you with the name for 1500 Nuyen. Let's go for some question. Oh, right now he has nothing. You're the perp. Yeah, we won't do this one. This is a package run in a corporation. We are not equipped to deal with that at the moment. Also, it's not that worth it. The money is not that good. Simple Matrix run. A local coffin hotel is curious about how good their security is. Go into their system and retrieve a high security data file. Bring it to me along with a briefing of their strengths and weaknesses and you will be well paid. Yeah, we'll do it. That's why we've got Phantom with us. And I kept getting messages.
Yes.
Anyways. Alright. So now the places to actually do these types of Shadowrun, the Matrix runs, you just need to find the terminal. But there is a terminal near a fixer, which actually is the only fixer that takes files. He's right here. We'll use this terminal. Alright, I need to select Phantom first. And actually, we'll use a save state, because Matrix can be a little bit rough at the start here. Okay, so
If
we'll
you
load
die, your
this
brain will melt.
and Deception. And let's go. Yeah, right now I'm trying to deceive.
Your brain will melt.
I'm trying to deceive the security access network or something. I forget what exactly.
If you die, your brain ceases to function. Who cares if it melts?
Actually, that mostly happens with black ice, which, unlike in the SNES Shadowrun, not every ice is black ice. So sometimes it will just kick you out of the Matrix. That reminds me, what's the security files?
I like that the face of this guy, guy in the Matrix, looks like if one of the ninjas from Mortal Kombat merged with the T-1000.
There we go.
Get over here.
Okay, there's
Get
2
over
data
here.
stores and there's the CPU.
Get over here. Get over here now.
And this is a barrier, we can't deceive it. Let's start attacking.
Welcome to the computer world, Pastille.
Hello, I'm Ronce Williams.
Please avoid the Rule 32 areas. Your brain will implode.
You mean 34?
You mean 34.
My
Okay,
brain.
we got it.
Yeah, whose brain is frying right now? I think it's yours, mister.
Actually, if you have already suppressed the ice in the node, you don't need to refight it. Unless you leave the
Also-
system and come back.
Also, you look like Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Where's that awesome NES music?
Silver Surfer merges with Scorpion.
Oh yeah, he also looks like that your player character from Rise of the Robots.
God damn
Oh
it.
god, that day.
That complete, instead of getting resisted, that was a complete failure. So now the node is actually attacking our Matrix persona.
I will say this. I will not subject any of you to Rise of the Robot. Because I played it myself.
I have seen videos of it. Does that count?
You'll count it second-hand experience. I actually played it.
Yeah, my experience of Rise of the Robots is
Failure.
a history video of it and a Taz of it.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Allegiance Alpha is fucking trash. So it's taking a while to actually defeat these nodes. Wow, this is actually an orange node. Let's get some data. And hopefully it's good. Come on, find stuff. Find stuff. Find stuff! Oh my god!
What is this stuff? I do not know.
You found nothing. Now ice is going to melt your head.
And yeah, if you stay too long in the data store and transferring files, eventually the system overloads and kicks you out.
Did you get anything of value?
Well, let's find out. We're here with Roscoe, which is a fixer. Useless, useless. Good.
This data's useless.
So that was a waste of time.
We'll call.
Well, not entirely, because at least we know what these nodes look like, and as long as we keep this this run, we will keep knowing what the nodes are. It actually sort of makes it easier to figure out this.
Butthead accepted.
No, Jeff, what are you doing?
I got Recent Burn 4.
Oh no. Jeff George is going to hack the internet so he can control all the dishwashers.
Oh no.
No, Rick.
I knew it.
Hey,
He's the final boss.
Yeah, you know what? We're jacking out.
Jacking out, you say?
Because
Oh,
the thing
no.
with the Trace and Burn is if it completes its run, it will burn your cyber deck, which is really bad.
I'll have to say though,
This time, Dick.
speaking of the
Jack in, Mega Man.
funny enough, I remember there was like an anime that's called Armor Police Metal Jack, and when they do the whole henshin transformation, they say "Jack on."
Oh, jack off.
So when they turn back to normal, they yell "Jack off."
Right.
Maybe I haven't seen. I only seen bits and pieces of the anime.
Unfortunately, Deception 2 is not that great for this. It's not like we can afford Deception 3 at the moment anyways. And also to get it upgraded, we need to go to the Crime Mall in the Puyula Barrens.
Passcode rejected.
And failed. Alright, let's try to brute force it. Oh god, no, it's too fast. Forget about it. God damn. How did I get so lucky the first time?
Good question. Is it off the will of the RNG?
There's a lot of RNG with this, yes. But
yeah,
it also depends on the computer skill of the decker, as well as the power of the program.
I just hope that that you don't fail too much. That they just shock you, and then the last words before you die will be, "I shit my pants."
Again, unless you get killed by black ice in the Matrix, you're not gonna get killed.
You're just gonna be embarrassed.
Ooh, except.
I like that you're just flying like Superman to... No, not right. Not Superman. You're just T-posing to your location.
Assert your dominance.
Oh good, now I can't even destroy this Access 1.
I will assert dominance with my Silver Surfer Rise of Robot wannabe here.
Mm-hmm.
The airplane
Rise of
PDF.
Surfer.
Rise of Surfer.
Sorry, the surfer.
What is that?
Rise of the Silver Surfing Robots.
Oh no.
Oh god, that'll be the worst of both games.
They can only get defeated by one hit.
You get defeated by one hit, and you only have 2 moves.
The ultimate glass cannon. They die if they hit you. You die if they hit you, but they die if you hit them.
And you hear like a weird mix of the Silver Surfer music and the short.
Right to the robot.
Fucking hell. You can't even hit the thing. Jeez. Phantom, for fuck's sake, you're supposed to be like the second best decker. What is that? I know the Allegiance Alpha is a piece of shit, but come on.
Passcode.
Passcode.
Passcode rejected. Passcode rejected. Passcode rejected.
I said passcode rejected. Now your bowels will be rejected.
I'm sorry, but the passcode of T-pose is not correct.
Enter your password. My password is...
My bacon sandwich one, none unless you got pork.
T-pose rejected.
No T-posing. EGG.
T-pose rejected.
Oh, motherfucker.
Can our password be...
Access denied.
Denied.
Yeah, unfortunately, the early decking is essentially this.
You're trying your best, you're getting password rejected, and your decker just going...
Wait.
Guessing playing God Damn It from Blade Runner 2049 helped.
Access denied.
Oh, well, I'm out of space, so hopefully this is a good file. Yeah, 800 Nuyen.
All that for only 800 Nuyen. God.
You say only, but that's like 30 Gunderson runs. It'll get better once we can actually get the... Actually, how much money do we have at the moment? Yeah, not that much. But you know what? Let me go see if we can do a slide upgrade on the deck.
I was about to say... I'd rather...
Oh, I just got crushed.
Yeah, I would rather get him a deck that isn't a Commodore 64.
Unfortunately, it costs money! Guess what we don't have? Guess what we need to deck for?
You just got 800 smackers. Is that not enough?
No, it isn't! That's the spell shop.
New decks are expensive.
Yeah, I'll show you how much it costs.
Well, build a new deck. Get some good cards.
Well, don't worry. We'll just
case.
Shadowrun into one of those crypto mines and steal a couple of cards.
We could just, can we just break into some
Okay, there
some
it is.
gaming?
Microtronic is a
on
store
Blue's
for the series decker. Although it has some high quality software and hardware, it is hampered by the fact that stock must be legal. So, yeah, here, let's check the cyber decks. The lowest price one is 5,000.
This is fine.
And we have 25,000, and then we have 60,000.
This is
Seems
fine.
reasonable.
The Sega
Just grind a little bit, and you'll be fine.
Sega made their own cyber deck. What?
Yes.
Seems reasonable
Oh,
price.
and that's
Just
not
build
even
your
the
own
thick of
deck.
it.
You can't just center all your strategies on Blue Eyes White Dragon. It doesn't work.
No, but seriously, in all seriousness, the best deck in the game could run for about 1 million Nuyen.
Actually, I think it's like... If you don't find the right contact, it will cost you about 250,000 Nuyen, yeah.
I'm gonna say that if we buy the Sega Cyber deck, can we T-pose as Tails in the Matrix?
No.
Just teach.
Well,
Now we have more space in our deck, so we can store more files.
store all the files.
So hopefully we should be able to edit something of substance.
Oh, motherfucker.
Are you still losing in lost levels again, Opie?
No, I'm playing Super Mario Kart.
That's
You're playing what now?
Super Mario Kart.
Super Mario Kart?
Super
Yes.
Mario Kart.
Great.
I-
Janky steering.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're doing 50cc.
No, I'm
Probably
doing
not.
100.
I feel so sorry for you.
At least it's not 150.
He knew what he was getting into.
Yeah.
And that game is bullshit.
I'm flying into these
Oh,
computers.
The AI cheats! Literally!
Oh, like the rubber band.
They have
Seriously?
items you can't use!
Right. It's like Mario with its star.
God damn it.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi become invincible whenever they want. Peach and Toad have mushrooms that you can't use.
Right.
Alright.
Bowser can lay fireballs. Donkey Kong has like 50,000 banana peels.
And also, if you're playing on 150cc, if you throw red gel, LOL, jump over it infinitely.
Also, our missions in the Matrix, we have to steal the source code of GTA 9.
God, can we not?
Oh. Our mission, should you choose to accept it, is to steal all of Rockstar's NFTs.
Don't worry, you don't have to steal the source code. They'll somehow ship the game with it.
No, somehow it'll still have the code from Hot Coffee from San Andreas.
We're going to
They'll have the source codes for the entire series.
They released a game and it's actually just the source code.
Compile it yourself, bitches.
Damn it.
T-pose rejected.
Meanwhile, a dragon in some corporation somewhere is going, some elf is stealing my NFTs!
Someone trying to T-pose on my network?
No. I can't be allowed.
Don't buy too. Be sure not to buy too much Sprunk, or you'll brick the game.
Rejected.
Now this makes me think, what would John Carmack would be in the world of Shadowrun?
Better than you in every way.
He'll just be the ultimate cyborg and somehow
God.
don't lose any of his essence. And he'll make even stronger video games, more powerful games.
That would require him knowing a programming language that he alone knows.
He would create his own.
And as a cyborg, he'll just create it with the power of his mind.
I mean, that's technically what you're doing when you're making a programming language.
Rejected. 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 Rejected.
I know it's a hard program to crack, but Jesus, please.
Rejected.
Accepted.
Thank you.
Rejected. Rejected. Rejected.
Well, let's go on the offensive then. Depending on the button you press when attacking, by the way, determines what type of attack you use. I think it determines the different power and accuracy, but we have so little chance of hitting this thing that it doesn't really matter.
That feeling when you find something good and it's ethereal.
I'm trying to aim at him, but I'm failing.
Just keep pouring it on. He'll move forward eventually.
There we go. Come on.
This thing says there's a bomb in the lasagna.
There's a bomb
Alright.
in my lasagna.
I think that's all the data we can have. Yeah, you can have a maximum of 5 data. Oh, wow. Okay.
And that was Garfield's last words before he exploded.
Alright, let's see. 400 Nuyen. 1,200. 2,400. Useless. 1,600. I think that was about 5,000.
Now we can finally buy a deck that isn't a poop.
No, we really can't. Actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is go to the Puyala Barons. Thing. There is a part where we want to go here, and I believe it's right over here. Entering a deserted store, you see a Horde gang member playing with a switchblade. You're in dangerous ground, chummer. This is the Orc's home turf. I want to talk to your boss. I don't know you from Adam, so I sure ain't gonna take you to the boss. Unless, of course, you happen to have 750 Nuyen. You got that, don't you? Easy money, chummer. Oh yeah, follow me. You're led down into the basement where you meet the leader of the Orc gang. You're a lucky man, Joshua. Most people don't see me unless they're dead. What is it you want from the Orcs, chum? Maybe protection for my gang? Or maybe you want to meet a chummer who works for us. I need protection. You need 2,000 Nuyen, and the Orcs will treat you like their own. Sure. He ties a smelly scarf around your arm. That should keep my pals from hurting you too bad, but I ain't promising nothing. By the way, I know how you can get out of paying cab fare. Oh yeah? How can I rent for free? Most of the cabbies are Orc, and they all give Orcs a free lift, or they find they don't have a cab in the morning. But I got a secret way for humans to get the same treatment. Is it worth 500 Nuyen? No. Oh, you're too quick for us, Joshua. I guess it's pretty clear. It's pretty obvious that wearing that armband will get you free ride. Can't blame an Orc for trying. Goodbye. He tried to scam us for 500 Nuyen. I said no. Now the next part I want to go is at the top left here. Actually, that's too far. That's one of the ghoul buildings. So yeah, the place I actually want to go is here then. This abandoned mall was looted into desolation long ago. Now criminals have set up shop in the vacant storefronts to fence their wares. Lone Star regularly raids the place, but it's usually only the customers who get nabbed. Browse software and hardware. You approach the sickly pale ale with a dull Synsems unit strapped into the base of his skull. Eventually his eyes focus at some point close to where you are standing. He drones out a monotone sales pitch as he shows you his collection. So, you want a good cyber deck? Yeah, I have a $250,000 Union. No big deal. Paralyzed
This is fine.
Excalibur. But yeah, what I do want to do is upgrade my deception.
By one step.
Mhm.
Alright, my MPCP is garbage, so I can't upgrade that further. Can't upgrade the deck response, but I think I'll wait until I get a better deck to do that. Can't upgrade that further. Yeah, that's another 3,800. But yeah, if you want to upgrade Deception, this is where you need to do it. Because again, Microtronics does not have this this program.
Welcome to my store. That's what I imagine his sales pitch to be like.
Probably is.
Hey guys, MC here with another
Alright,
fun
anyways,
sales
let's use the
pitch.
taxi and go to downtown Seattle. You wanna ride? The cabbie spots your armband and gives you a pained expression. Looks like this one's on me. Hop in, chum. There we go, we never have to pay for cab fare anymore. This will eventually pay for itself. Yeah, that was a wanna become famous, sort of.
Wanna become famous?
So, I don't know if there's still a mod in chat, but please go ahead. Thank you.
Passcode accepted.
So yeah, it should be slightly easier. The only unfortunate thing is every time you buy a new program, you have to reload your programs. Also, this frickin' thing is such garbage that actually I can't load both programs all at once. Fucking Allegiance Alpha, man.
Passcode accepted.
T-post accepted.
Passcode rejected.
This is still not gonna be easy to crack.
Accepted.
But, hey, second try this time.
Passcode rejected. Passcode rejected. Passcode rejected. Passcode rejected.
Come on.
Yeah, Blaster 4 is still a tough nut to crack.
Passcode rejected. Passcode rejected.
Again, does not help that the Allegiance Alpha is a piece of shit.
Passcode accepted.
There we go. One data, two data, three data, four, and that's full. Check out. Not bad. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yes. Absolutely.
Good money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now can we get anything that's better than an Allegiance Alpha?
And someone else took our picture. should be able to get the second cyber deck, even though it is not that great. It's still better than an Allegiance Alpha.
You got your new cyber deck?
That's what we're gonna try to see if we can get right now.
We're about to.
Yeah, the PCD 500. It has a better MPCP. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's just see. Huh, okay, it already kept our storage upgrades. That's good.
Nice.
By the way, Seattle General Hospital is right here. Eventually we'll want to just go in.
Passcode accepted. Passcode accepted. Passcode accepted.
Sweet! First try.
Passcode accepted.
Nice! The new non-piece of shit the Allegiance Alpha deck is already starting to pay for itself. Unfortunately, all we got was one data, but you know what? Fair enough. Hopefully it's something. Nope. Never mind.
It's crap.
This is fine.
Passcode accepted. Passcode accepted.
I mean, if I was, the Matrix would not be a thing.
Passcode rejected. Passcode accepted.
Probably the next upgrade I would like to get is, what's it called again? Decking Ward Reflex, as I like to call them. This time we're getting some data. And that's it. Use less, some money. Quite a decent chunk of chain. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, about 7,000. I'll take it. Actually, I can go get that upgrade now. I'll make our actions in the Matrix quicker, actually. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Long day.
Hey, let's go get this deck response. And yeah, it was kind of a long day. Let's increase the masking. That'll help up. I could just take the cab now, actually, now I think about it, because it's free. Might as well do it. I keep not remembering to do it. Derp.
A free cab, you say?
Also, the thing I need to remember mentioning is that pathfinding for your allies sometime not great.
Sounds familiar.
Passcode accepted. Passcode accepted.
Nice.
Passcode rejected.
Do 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 do.
Rejected. Passcode accepted.
We're already it's already refreshing much quicker now, so. Damn it. Phantom, look better. Found like, what, 2 files this time? That's very unfortunate. But hey, it was worth about 6,000, I'll take it.
Passcode.
Free cabs, yo. Free taxis, yo. Hey, we're back with our starting amount of money.
Passcode accepted. Passcode accepted.
I pity the poor fool who's taking care of this system being bled dry.
Passcode accepted.
Soon this PC will be a withered husk.
Man, I could just go to the CPU. Actually, let's do that. We have a better deck, so if anything. More than likely, most CPUs will not be able to be deceived, but let's see if this is one of the rare exceptions.
Passcode rejected.
It is, but we failed. What I could do, however... Retreat not possible during combat. Okay, then. Because technically we could have deceived this, but we fucked it. If you successfully hit it while it's trying to trace, it will actually stop the trace. Fortunately, we keep failing at it. Stop waving!
Is Phantom trying to say hi to the CPU?
Sheesh. Anyways, if you have access to the CPU, you can cancel any alerts that are currently ongoing. You can also go to any nodes in the system. As you can see, this is kind of a small system. But let's just go to where the real money is.
Passcode accepted.
I'm going to guess that was probably an Access 4. Which is why we failed. This is a lower end system, technically, so... Okay, what I can do...
Active.
Since we did suppress the ice in the CPU... I gotta just go back and cancel the alarm. Cancel alarm. Alert cancel. System checks okay. Resume activities. Good. Let's go back.
Alert canceled.
There you go. You finally have asserted your dominance over this PC.
Okay, one more file. There we go. Let's jack out. Okay, no. That's alright. That's alright. I can max out my response. Maximum response level. Alright, so all these upgrades are maxed out. At least for this cyber deck, anyways. Another thing, though, is that while we haven't been doing Shadowruns proper, we did get a point of karma. Because every 20 eyes that you defeat or breach, you do get a point of karma for it. Just like kills, essentially.
Passcode accepted.
Phantom must be like, when are we ending this Shadowrun, Joshua? Once we have enough money.
Passcode accepted.
You know what? I want revenge on that CPU. Oh, it's there's a Killer 3 behind it too.
Passcode rejected. Passcode accepted.
Sweet. I got my revenge. I'm okay with this.
Get fucked.
As technically, our run objective is the data store at the top there, but
Accepted.
I want to get more money, so how would I get rid of this system? Because that's the thing, this is not a permanent system. As long as we're on the run, we can always get back into it. Because there are some systems that you will permanently log, like Megacorps, for example. I need more data.
Alert.
CPU!
Phantom, over!
Alert. Cancel.
Yeah, how much data do I already have? 3. I need 2 more. Anything will do. Oh, the excitement. The triangles are IOPS, which are essentially nodes that you would enter in from a corporation. But since this system is not a mega corp, you will never enter it. So there is no reason for me to go back into it. Okay, finally, jeez. Hi, Omega, by the way.
Ohio, man.
Useless. 30,000, useless. 2,400, 200.
You
It can't all be
scientist.
winners.
Passcode accepted.
Good accepted.
Butthole accepted.
What?
Wait, what?
Passcode accepted.
What?
Discharge
vision?
accepted.
What?
Dishwasher accepted.
What?
Bartine accepted.
Passcode accepted.
Bartender accepted.
I refuse to bartend this.
Passcode rejected. Passcode accepted.
Ah, fast refresh rate, I love you.
Phazon accepted.
Accepted.
Zone. God, already?
Help.
Accepted.
Alert.
Pass intercepted.
What?
Jeff George rejected.
Of course.
Good.
And nothing of value was lost.
Rock and roll rejected.
Only got 2
It's
data.
the evil of one face.
One face rejected.
Fresh meat accepted.
And now I can't get anything. God. Thank you.
Oh my god. Access denied.
Yes, alright. We're making money slowly. Yeah, look at that. 5 digits now. I'll have that fucking Excalibur in no time.
Accepted.
Probably not. I'm not gonna go that far.
We can dream.
Password accepted.
A man can dream.
That's actually what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna complete the run this time. And it only has a barrier 3, so even if it did send an alarm, it could do nothing else. But yeah, we cannot deceive a barrier, so we just have to do this now. Don't wave at it, come on. Probably one more. There we go.
Nice.
Recode code rapidly scans and locates the file. Yep. Shadowrun accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
After all this time, we finally did what we were supposed to do here. I'll get some data, even though this is a green data store, so it's probably gonna be garbage.
A lot of spam. Congratulations, you won.
Congratulations.
It's encrypted with some Johnson personal code. I ain't even gonna touch this one. Useless. Not bad for a green one. Not the greatest, but that's not what we were going to the data store for anyways. Alright,
Ooh,
back to the
that-
big rhino.
Ooh, a download of How to Diagonal Line in Tecmo Super Bowl.
What?
It's like I owe you some creds. And with that,
Diagonal line, no check, dude.
Karma was given. Or gang. Nah. Prior run completed. You distribute percentage and thanks to your team.
Thurman T is like the firewall in this game.
Yeah, high fivers, no. I don't wanna.
Hunting
Simple Matrix
rejected.
run. The local office is rumored to have been beefing up their security. I'd rather not go looking for the why if it's just a rumor. I need to retrieve financial file and security expenditure. Sure. Hey, Mars! We get to shoot people! 360 for a run. He is also a samurai. And he actually comes with a fucking shotgun. Which actually is not something I would like, because shotguns are illegal weapons.
Who's gonna know?
Lone Star.
Damn it.
Always the answer of who's gonna know? Lone Star!
Lone Star Ranger.
The real question is, does he have? Do they have a big iron on their head?
For a moment there, I thought you were gonna say that he has the Swartz.
Horse
No.
as big as mine. Phantom. Note that his price has gone down because of the successful run we had with him. Let's take him again with this one run. What I might do... Water Masters. Alright, I think this is the best place to get Ward Reflex. If I really wanted to. Eventually I might want to. I don't need a data jack. I'm actually gonna sell this thing.
So much.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't choose how many clips you're buying, so we have to do this. Okay. That should be good. Actually, I think I saw that you had some grenades on. Let's sell that shit. Apparently Phantom has some hand razors too. Huh. Or Troll Samurai doesn't have any essence used yet. Now it matters, again, if you don't start with magic, you can't get any. No, it's armor. That'll be better for them. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to rearrange equipment, which is kinda sad. For a second, I thought we had weenies on our tail. That was not the case. You know, derp.
Passcode accepted.
I'll laugh if it's the same system. Okay, no, it isn't. This is actually a blue node. That's already the CPU.
Passcode rejected.
But it does have a barrier. Fortunately, apparently we're prone to wave at it. But not so bad overall. It's orange. Oh my god. Where are we going? Financial data. It's probably at the back there. It could be any of these three nodes, honestly. Well, let's find out.
Passcode accepted.
Cool. Management files. Let's start getting some garbage data. I need to remember that I'm in the Red Barrens too. Well, rip. Hey, Roscoe. Yeah, not bad for green data. I didn't mean to go here.
Alright, I can feel a food coma taking over me, so I have to get off for now. I'll catch you guys later.
Passcode
Later.
accepted.
Barrier 2, Killer 1. Come on. Let's go to this one this time.
Passcode rejected.
Okay. We're doing this the hard way. Outdated. Yeah, this is not worth it at all. Whenever you see an outdated data file store, or unless it's a mega corporation, it's not worth checking out.
Welcome to the Matrix, home of dated Mega Drive graphics.
Accepted.
Oh, there it is. Can only get to another file. There we go. Roscoe. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Pretty good. No, that's not the right place at all. I am so lost. There's the big rhino. Community of ghouls, no. I said no to Gunderson. Why do you think I would say yes to you? No. No. Stop. Microtronics. Sure. Why not? It's technically one of those courier jobs that we did with Gunderson, but between multiple places. But there is a sort of glitch with those, is that if you take some Shadowrunners for short runs, these do not count as completing a run in terms of the Shadowrunners. So you can accumulate karma with those quests, essentially. It's kind of weird. Right, there it is. Ran Rorku, Archaeology. No, I did not perma-recruit Mars. Because I want to show his, something that can happen. Hey, Phantom. His pricer's getting lower, but he still hasn't changed his speech, so it's gotta be for a short run also. But yeah, if you're doing a courier or escort run with short-term Shadowrunner, for some reason they will not leave after you complete the run. So you can accumulate karma that way. Okay, anyways, it was Microtronics. And what was the destination again? Mitsuyama in downtown Seattle. Alright. It's the Big M in downtown Seattle. Not to be confused with McDonald's.
The most evilest of mega corporations.
Someone taking my picture again, damn it. Where was Microtronics here? That's a hin. Ah, there it is. The guard takes the package and examines to make sure its contents are safe. Satisfied, he transferred to Nuyen. And as I said, Shadowrun is complete, but our short-time partners are still with us. As far as I know, this might be a glitch, or it's a feature. I don't actually know for sure. I know that's not how it works in the actual Shadowrun anyways. Another one? God, stop taking my picture. What do you want? No. Because again, that's a core package run. Those are different. Council Island is a little too rough. That's an escort mission of getting someone out of a corporation. Or garbled barons, don't feel like that. Even though that would let them keep wid. Fire Masters, Icarus Descending. That is technically very close to each other, but no, I want a Matrix run. Council Island Hospital. No, absolutely not. We're not infiltrating Renraku yet. High Fivers in Penumbra, no. No, no Fuchi. No, no Mitsuyama. No, come on, Matrix Run, Mortimer. You should know this by now. Icarus Descending to Turislar Garden Apartment. You know what? We do have something to do there, so sure, I guess. I'll do this one. It's another big courier mission. Icarus Descending. Honestly, it's mostly depend on your taste. I like both personally. I do believe this one is probably the better one of the two because it respects the universe way more than Jake Armitage's Day Out and doing everything. But still, I do like both games. Anyways, here's Icarus Descending. We'll be coming back here eventually. This is an elf bar, by the way. Actually, let's drop in here for a second. You enter Seattle General Hospital. A woman with the name Dr. Aversheen, stitched on her smock, is filling out forms behind the desk. You recognize her as the doctor from Michael's Holopics. May I help you? Is this your Holopics? You show her the Holopics and tell her of Michael's death. Tears stream freely, but she managed to stifle most of the sob. Composing herself with much effort, she begins to speak. Michael was a good friend to me. We met when he first arrived here 3 years ago. I can't believe he's gone. Is there anything I can do for you, Joshua? Let me know. What was Michael's relation with Stark? Stark was your brother's best friend. They went everywhere together. I can't count the times one of them came in here dragging the other barely alive. I'd guess they died together. There's nothing much we can do for this quest yet. But eventually it'll come back. Anyways, we do have to bring the package to Terizlar Apartments in Puyallup Barrens. Let's go do that. This is this one. No, that's the Starislar City Inn. You have a tenant named Tishale? Yeah, she's here. She's been locked in her room for days and won't let anybody in, even to clean up. If you think you can call some sense into her, be my guest. The manager connects you to her room via the vidphone. The screen remains blank, but the woman's weary voice identifies itself as Tabata. Words tumble from your mouth in a desperate rush to convince Tabata of your sincerity. After some deliberation, she concedes that you are Michael's brother and agrees to let you enter your apartment. Tabata Shell opens the door as you arrive. She looks as if she hasn't slept in a week. She invites you in, but her eyes nervously dart around the room. Tell me about Michael's last Shadowrun. I don't know that much about it. We were hired by an unknown Mr. Johnson through Caleb to track down a location in Salishid. I backed out when he made the offer, so I wasn't included in the deal. Michael said one stop at Erasco's and he'd be set. You know, Caleb's not our normal Johnson. We usually use a Johnson named Mortimer Reed. He sets up in the Penumbra district in a restaurant called the Big Rhino. What can you tell me about Caleb Brightmore? He's a Johnson Michael and I used a couple times. I don't trust him though. Who knows what those elves are up to anyway. You might find him at Icarus Descending. That's where we always met him. Who's this guy Erasco? Boris Erasco is a small-time fixer who works out of an abandoned greenhouse in Redmond. Anything for a buck, that's Boris. He was probably the last person in the sprawl to see Michael alive. Thanks for your help. Keep a low profile till I can sort this out. As if on cue, the door to the room explodes inward, leaving you momentarily stunned. A flash of automatic gunfire rakes Tabata through the obscuring smoke and sends you diving for cover. As the swarm of bullets abates, you leap to your feet. Surging forward through the thick cloud, you catch a glimpse of a figure in red and black disappearing down the corridor. You rush back into Tabata's room, but there are no signs of life. You notice a holopix along her scattered belongings and pick it up. David William Alfeder, Salishid Rangers Wilderness Patrol. That's another person we're gonna have to find out about. Anyways, I have a feeling this is where we're meant to bring this. The metallic clicking of weapons being ready stops you in your track. A lone elf approaches and you hand him the package. He tosses you a grin and a cred stick and walks you to the door. So yeah, one of our contacts just died. But we were told to check out on Boris Erasco, so let's go back to the Renban Barrens. I'm thinking about it. What our fire skill? Okay. Yes, 5 computer skill. Alright. The only illumination in the greenhouse comes from the dirty skylights, casting strange shadows. Seating at a cluttered desk is a wisp of a man hiding under a large hat. Come on in, just load your cred stick before we start talking. Time is money, chum. What's your story? This'll cost you 100 Nuyen to find out. Sure. Name's Boris Erasco at your service. I'm a fixer, which means if you want something, I can fix it, so you get it. With the proper monetary motivation added in, of course. I request but one thing from you. I served time in Hollywood, so I would appreciate it if you kept our business transaction to you. I'm looking for some informations. Yeah. Easy money. You just ask me anything you want to know. Tell me what you know about my brother Michael. It just occurred to me that your brother was in here a while back. He came in using the name Alfeder, though I never believed that was really his name. I believe he bought a few high-powered weapons, lots of ammo, and a four-wheeled truck. Anyway, I wouldn't have thought twice about it until some Renraku hotshot started in a bird dog. Never seen the suit before. He came looking for your brother. He had lots of iron protection. Bet he looked like the most dangerous of the bunch. His name was Mako Sochu. He applied some pressure, but I didn't give up your bro, I swear. I didn't know nothing except what he bought. Mako must have gotten more info elsewhere. Ah, thanks. Your mind wells over this new information as you turn to leave. You are startled back to reality as a Renraku strike team breaks into the greenhouse. They are aiming for Boris, who attempts to run for cover. The leader seems to recognize you and immediately instructs the team to take you down instead. Gunfight time! That was risky.
The voice clips are unusually clear in this game. It's kind of impressive for a Genesis game.
If anything, we'll go to the chop shop to get us fixed up.
An old chop chop.
Boris here is much more nervous now that he survived the Renraku Stripe team attack. He doesn't let that get in the way of business, though. Sincere thanks for the save, chump. You gave me the distraction I needed to up out the back. So sit down and slob up. A guy's gotta make a living. Alright. Suggest you find Makosocho. He's the one who's after your brother. About Alfeder. That ranger who patrols the Sully Sheen? You won't get to see him unless you got a visa, which I have plenty in stock. Rarely leaves the American Indian village but he's stationed at, but he's okay. It's his brother who's a real drackhead. Yeah, Aragorn, a real fragging arrogant punk. I don't care for him, but I gotta make money. Last time he was shooting his mouth off, and taking a big corp from one of the Johnson around here. I haven't seen him since, and don't feel too bad about that. Though I do miss the creds.
Aragorn? Is this revenge for Lord of the Rings Volume 1?
Nah, it's not that Aragorn. Alright. Just need a quick heal.
Please step this way while we take your liver.
I must depart for the night, gentlemen. Have a good
Alright,
one.
see ya.
Take care.
Boss levels wiped you out.
Now, there is one thing from having saved Boris Erasco, too. We can now freely enter Ikara's Descending. How's it feel to have friends in high places? Hurry up and go on in. You're scaring away the good folk who belong here. Xenophobic elves, everyone! In the dark booth, you see a well-dressed elf. Two bodyguards flank him. They seem ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. I'm Caleb Brightmore. I know you're looking for me, and sad to say, I also know why. I'm truly sorry about your brother's death. He was a good friend. Ours is a dangerous business. Too dangerous of late. Michael's mission was to seek out a specific cave for an interested party. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. They were warned of the dangers of traveling through the wilderness, but ambushes aren't part of your typical forest. His team was traveling on restricted land when they were killed. As a result, the scene of the crime was close to me. I believe the official cause was listed as death from superior firepower. As to who is behind all this, again, I know very little. I was only the agent in this final contract. I received my orders from an elf named Frosty, who in turn took orders from someone else. Alice, nothing ever is as simple as it appears. I have been unable to learn more about her despite repeated attempts. As my reputation is not to bite the hand that feeds me, I would suggest you seek her out. I know she spends a lot of time in the Puyallup Barrens, so you might seek her out there. That is all I can tell you regarding your brother. Anything else I can do for you? Caleb Brightmore is actually a high-hand Mr. Johnson. You can get very dangerous missions from him, including a red flag matrix missions, which we are not ready to take on. But they are here.
On one hand, Nuyen. On the other hand, pure agonizing failure.
Surprising lack of blood for someone who appears to be in as much pain. And it's a good thing we ignored him. It was another freaking vampire.
Passcode.
Right, we don't have a run, but what we can do is do a system search.
Accepted.
And who knows where we're gonna end up. We could end in a very low tier system. We could also end up in one of the megacorps. Let's find out where we are.
Passcode rejected.
Oh, good. It is unlisted, but it starts in orange, so it's probably high-end.
Passcode accepted.
Surprisingly, we're getting through, though.
Passcode accepted.
Oh, dead projects. No wonder this is green. It's probably not gonna be worth a lot. 300 Nuyen. Sounds about right. I mean, we still don't know why Jake had a freaking Cortex bomb in his head. Well, we sort of know, but still. Alright, Mortimer. Matrix Run, thank you! Yeah, this is what happens when you listen to me.
Passcode accepted.
Alright, let's see this system. Wait, is it the same system as earlier? I think it is. Yep, it definitely is, so... Oh, that was easy. It's financial again. She's over here.
Passcode rejected. Passcode rejected. Passcode rejected.
See, you don't reject me. Oh, that's our Shadowrun. Okay, let's at least try to get 4 pieces of data. That's 1, 2.
Active alert.
I know that eventually we'll have to be super careful because there's some type of eyes that are called tar paper and, more importantly, tar pit. You do not want to deal with tar pit. Also, yeah, this can happen when you deactivate the alarm and immediately it starts getting warnings.
Alert. Cancel.
Because, yeah, what both do... both will put the system into high alert, but also tar paper will remove the program from your active bar. So, yeah, you'll have to reload it. Tar pit eats your program and you have to buy it again. Yeah, whenever you deal with tar pit, just use save states or rewind. Fuck that shit. Alright, we're done. Okay, yeah, we've got a decent chunk of change. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, Mortimer. I've done it. That's the hotel. Cool, another simple matrix run. Is it the same system again? That would be amazing. Thank you for the bits. You still haven't changed his speech yet, so we'll just get him for another simple run. Let's go get Phantom. In the art color. gee. I will have to stop soon, unfortunately. No thanks, Lone Star, I'm good. In fact, the fight is happening now. Oh goody. Okay, we didn't take any damage. Another fight is happening! Get conked. Okay, there we go. Okay, I guess that's pretty much the lowest he'd go for. I could use a lifelong pal for hire, what do you say? And now, as long as he doesn't die and we leave him behind, Phantom will always be one of our party members. Party members. Actually, I have a decent chunk of change right now.
Passcode accepted.
I think we're in the same system again. Oh my god, it's the same system! Mortimer, why do you hate this system so much?
This bastard cheated on my elf wife. This dwarf guy has to pay.
I mean, I'll take it. It's easy money for me, but still.
Passcode accepted.
Alright, Shadowrun complete. Now we need 3 more files. 2 more. Already red alert.
Alert. Alert. Cancel.
I think 1 more should do it. Okay, oh my god. Yeah, I definitely need to stop after this.
You certainly sound like it.
Yeah, let's return this run.
Return the run and then sleep.
How do I always end up at this fucking inn? Jesus. God. That mage did a number to Winston. And yeah, Phantom is still here. You know what? Let's get Winston forever. Yeah, it's essentially one data. And there we go. Those are not the best Shadowrunners, but you know what? They're my pals. And they're here to stay now. Oh, right. I forgot. You can't save in buildings. Because that would mean you could save during a corp run, and we can't have that. Okay, I'll actually make a save state here. And we'll be continuing this at another time. In the meantime, let's actually close this out. And yeah, that is Genesis Shadowrun. There's still quite a lot to do. It's not that long of a game, especially if you know what you're doing. Technically, it is possible to not even dabble in the Matrix, but it will make it that getting money early on is gonna be rough if you do that. But in any case, thank you very much everyone for coming by. Thank you for all the people who were here for co-commentary, as there were a few.